Hey guys, CSGN here, back again with another video. This time, I didn't actually ever talk about this, but we did get, after the hashtag Madden franchise trended, we did get a video from, I believe, Sean O'Grady. I'm not sure about his name. I don't really keep up with these guys' names. Of basically, letting us know that they hear us, that sort of stuff. And I thought that we were already going to get something like that anyways after that hashtag blew up. But personally, what I think you guys should expect, and I think what we should expect, is not much. Personally, what I think we're going to see, and this is just me, I think we're going to see soft drink TVs, most requested feature, his number one requested item, to be added back into franchise mode, and that is that little team column where you can check and see where players played in your franchise mode. I think that's what we're going to see. It's a basic addition that should have been the game for a long time. So that's what I think we're going to see. And I think that's all we're going to see this year. In terms of Madden 21. Now for Madden 22, I honestly think maybe they're going to be a little bit more open in the development of Madden 22 and sort of letting us know what they have planned for franchise. I think we're going to hear from them a little bit more in that front. I think, I just think we're going to hear from them a little bit more, hopefully. That's sort of my hope, that they've finally heard us loud and clear that is a mode that needs to be addressed, this franchise. You just can't forget about it. So, hopefully going forward, we do actually get that. We've gone this really entire generation, if we're just going to be honest, playing the same franchise mode. I've went back, I believe it was like Tuesday night. I hooked up an Xbox 360. I put in Madden 13, which was really, Madden 13 was the base for this franchise mode that we currently have. It was the first year that they went back and rebuilt franchise from the ground up, mostly because they needed to, because, the coding for last gen's Madden, before Madden 13, Madden 12 and 11, so on, was sort of thrown together when they made the jump to that generational console. I believe this has been gone over a lot, but when they made the jump to the PS3 and 360 from PS2 and the original Xbox, they had to get rid of a lot of that code. So they didn't have a lot of that code at all. They just had to dump it, couldn't bring it over. So, they're not having to do that this time around. So I don't see why we haven't seen the updates that we haven't seen any updates, any major updates really since Madden. I want to say Madden 16 maybe. Like Madden 16, we saw, I forgot whichever one, how they changed how they did scouting and how they did, upgrading XP and things like that, and development traits and things like that. We haven't really seen too much of a change in franchise mode since then. We've maybe seen one or two decent additions. They did add the scoreboard thing at the bottom of the ticker. They added that ticker, as you see other scores, but they haven't done anything with that. They added it and then haven't touched it since. So it's just one of those things, like, you add a feature like that, it's really typical with them. They'll add a feature and then not build upon it. If you remember, if you played Madden 10 and 11, they had that weekly wrap-up show. Really cool feature, didn't add on to it. So we already know, I've gone over this so many times, they add and then they don't ever add on to those features and make it add depth to it, add continuous depth, and that's what franchise really lacks. Franchise mode is like a kiddie pool. So hopefully they've heard us on that front. And another thing I want to talk about is the yard. I believe someone had a leak. I don't know who leaked it. Probably EA leaked it themselves or something. I don't know. Someone had a full copy of the game. I don't believe this was in the beta. But the yard, it sounds like it's going to be like 6-on-6. Street like football, I suppose. honestly, it's probably going to be half-baked. If it was any other studio adding something like that, here's the thing: EA has tried adding this sort of mode. Basically, the park. They've tried it with, I believe, the NHL games. They've tried it with FIFA, with Volta, and I guess the yard is just another iteration of that, of them trying to get on board with that. It might be cool, maybe. I don't really know. I highly doubt it, though. I just don't have much faith in them to develop these modes like this. We've seen what they've done with Long Shot and Face of the Franchise, and now here's this. Building new modes that are like sort of like non-traditional for like a Madden game, they seem to struggle with. And I don't think this will be any different, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt. If this mode is cool, if it's another one of those big modes where they can, you know how Park is, you can buy clothes and shoes and things like that. I won't be shocked to see that in here. Just another revenue stream for them. And yeah, I don't know. Like, is that going to result in improved franchise mode? Probably not. So it'd be just another mode for them to add on to and sort of ignore franchise, sadly, I think, if that mode takes off. But personally, I don't think it will. It'll probably be a fun novelty thing for like a month or two, sort of like how Superstar KO was. And then I think that'll sort of be it. I think the thing EA keeps missing on with these other modes they've tried doing is that NFL fans want to play with NFL teams. And they sort of just keep trying to get rid of that. Like, the NFL is the most team... The fans are the most team loyal kind of fans. You know, it's not like the NBA where, you know, a lot of people aren't necessarily... I don't want to say... It's weird to say this with the Lakers, but some people aren't Lakers fans. They're LeBron fans, or they're Kobe fans, or they're Shaq fans. I think that's sort of... You don't see too much of that in football, you know. There's not too many people who are just fans of Patrick Mahomes. They're fans of the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Not just fans of Aaron Rodgers. They're fans of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So I think that's how it is. So I don't know how that sort of individual mode, player mode will do. That's like, it's not NFL connected. I don't know how that's going to really do. Maybe it'll do well. I don't know, but I don't have a lot of faith in that mode. And, you know, they're adding modes when they really need to be fixing modes. You know, they've added Superstar KO last year. And don't get it twisted, they didn't add that mode post-release. That mode was probably built into the game, ready to go at launch. I think they tried following the Fortnite model, where you had, if you remember Fortnite before it blew up, I believe it had Save the World, and then I think the Battle Royale launched later. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they were trying to follow that sort of model, sort of repeat that, make it seem organic, make it seem like this something they just came up off the top of their heads. But no, that just like the Yard, if that doesn't launch with the game at launch, don't take it as, instead of fixing franchise mode from July or June, they were adding this mode to the game. No, this mode was built probably in the same dev cycle with Madden 21 as everything else with the game was built. So don't get that twisted. So there's that. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Hit like, hit subscribe. You guys have been showing a lot of support, a lot of love for the channel recently, and I want to thank all of you for that. I am CSGN. I will see you guys next time. Peace.